Yoo-hoo! It's the time for package from China. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So we're back with the brand Machen. And I must say that always when I'm saying this name, I was thinking like a German, something like Machen, jawohl, ja, Machen, ja. The German watchers will absolutely know what I mean with that. Nevertheless, the Machen is more like this super consolation. Nemesis, why is this thing doesn't open? Alright, so what you're going to get is not really like a box, you're just going to get yourself like a very noise-like portable case. And inside we're going to get ourselves like the two, let's say the okay quality PlayStation 2 knockoff controllers. And there are quite some differences between them, especially when you're just touching the A, B and XY button. They feel quite nice, they do feel like wrong travel, like cheap feel to it. But you have like the rubberized joystick, so that is not bad at all. But over here we're going to get ourselves like the new version of the Machen device. This one is called Retro Monster. It comes with the S905, I was on the J, but the J is different. The S905X4. And this is more like an Android box, and it's kind of funny, you can see like they put a sticker over it. It's more like little detailed, they messed up. We still have like this plastic on here. Yeah, if you're going to look it up, later on we're going to do a teardown just to check out is it real, like the chip in the inside. Input, power supply, then of course you have an old school digital out, HDMI, AV out and the RJ45. And at the right side we're going to get two connections, and USB, and 2.0 and a 3.0, and here having the SD card. And they're using, I'm guessing, is this a real SanDisk? I don't know, you know, like it's always a question, are they using real SanDisk? But this is the Ultra version, 256 GB. If you're having those non-brand ones like completely back, make a backup because those things are getting broken sometimes. The downside to these boxes are they're getting quite hot when it comes to the chipset, and there is no, let's say, active cooling going on. So when it comes to the Machen, but also Super Constellation, we have a lot of different versions out there, and just going to be honest, this is not going to be my favorite one, simply because the construction of this is not the best. And also in the teardown we will see how the overall cooling performance is, but also what you're going to get when it comes to the hardware cooling. There's also no active, no, nothing at all. But what will this Retro Monster bring to the table? It is specification-wise something new, but it is not like super exciting. For example, when you're looking at the GT King, that has like the 922X, that's like a very beefy CPU, GPU combination that plays a lot of great stuff. Think about like Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast. It's not like the best performance out there, but it's one of the better ones when it comes to Chinese versions. This S905X4 is just a tiny bump up when you're looking at the competition. When booting up the system itself, we're going to introduce by the HK1 logo first, and then we're going to get ourselves the Emuelec emulation station that is running on the 4.6, and it seems to be saying that it was like a test version? But when looking at this device, I must say that up to PlayStation 1 will not be a problem. You can even play that with cheaper boxes. Particularly the PlayStation Portable, there is where I'm like really curious about, because that we had like a lot of problems with the cheap boxes. And again, like, that's the question, is this S905 X4 more than enough? The same goes for Dreamcast, Sega Naomi and Sega Saturn. Like, there are a lot of systems that run perfectly on cheaper boxes, so I'm just going to mainly focus on, let's say, the more demanding one, also when it comes to Atomic Wave. Looking at the specification through, let's say, Emuelec, you can see over here they are running the test 4.6 version. Here we have some information about the storage. Here we already can see like the architecture and the temperature. So if it's right, as we're going to be running around 50 Celsius. So it's quite hot in my opinion. Of course, the CPU is the Emuelec S905X4. So it seems to be that's actually running the particular chip in combination with the Mali G31 GPU. So what I love about, let's say, Emuelec in general, that the overall, let's say, way how it works pretty damn cool. So first of all, if you want to go into the RetroArch and mess around with the controls, you need to press both joysticks. So here you're going to get inside the RetroArch itself, where we can make like a quick load, you can make a quick save. In what we mentioned, you can check out the controls if you have any problems or make a screenshot. So that is something that I find very cool, and even have the option to implement cheat if you just want to do that. Another thing is, like, if you want to get out of this, press the both joysticks again. If you want to reset it, so automatically they have reconfigured everything to the mode and start. So when pressing this the first time, it will give you a message. If you want to quit, do it another time, press another thing, and you're just going to be basically quitting the game. But you need to be very fast. But advanced game options, here we can basically like mess around with the emulator if you're having problems. And like I have seen before, you can mess out with, let's say, putting it on auto or saying I just want to force this particular game to the Flycast emulator. Yep, Flycast, I think there's a lot of option with this. We have Flycast or something like that. Personally, I don't know that. And here we can mess around with the filtering and everything else. So yeah, we're just going to check it out. Let's see if we're going to get a little bit better performance. So, and if you can, yeah, you can just skip through the emulators if you want to see if you have like better performance, or is it just an actual problem with the system itself. Alright, so let's try it out. Let's see if we can get some bit of a performance. You can see going through the game, it will give you a little bit better, let's say, idea how the actual gameplay will be. At the beginning it started to stutter like crazy, but it's getting better now. But still, in my opinion, it's quite annoying. All the crazy stuttering. Oh man. Oh. So let's move on to some Sega Dreamcast emulation. And yeah, with the previous boxes like the S905 X3, that has the same kind of, let's say, results. You can still, it stutters, and unfortunate. The reason I also want to show you as is and just not like tinker for hours with this is simply because I don't want to show you what you're actually going to get out of the box. We're not giving up, we're just going to check out a different game. Because when it comes to compatibility, but also the performance, sometimes we do have like some minor differences. But it seems like out of the box, the overall performance from Dreamcast, I am not really satisfied with this. Alright, another Sega Naomi system I just wanted to check out. Dead Alive is quite challenging to emulate, but the reason why I just wanted to see how far we can push it. So when it comes to typical games, Soul Calibur and Sonic Adventure on the normal Dreamcast system, you can play it with some hiccups, but when it comes to Sega Naomi and this, oh boy, this is some pretty damn bad emulation performance. Already mentioned that PlayStation will run fine on these boxes, but I just want to double check it, just to see actually how it works. And it is not really disappointing. Also take consideration that they will run mostly on native resolution, so when we're having like more powerful machines, we can even have like an upscaling going on that looks even better than the original. Another feature I just want to check out is the N64 emulation performance, because N64 is always like a big drama when it comes to these cheap boxes. Also, if you didn't configure it correctly with the right emulator, it's going to be sounding pretty damn bad like this. Okay, how are the controls? Oh, there we go. Can I change the freaking camera angle? What's going on? Whoa, 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 that's trippy. I have no idea how it actually works. But again, also this stutters like crazy. But PlayStation Portable is not going to be any better when it comes to the previous models. Yeah, the only thing that we can actually play on this is just some basic two-dimensional stuff that will have some glitches, as you can see on the background. It's still playable, not crazy hiccups. But that's it. Better than this is not going to be. It's not going to be any better than this, not really. And again, same like N64, you should check out some mini PCs with Bodosera. There we're going to get so much better performance for your money. And even also for including like three-dimensional games for PlayStation Portable. It's highly possible I'm just doing it wrong. But let's click it open, let's be very gentle. Let's see if we can pry this freaking thing open. I'm just going to be honest, like the way how they just have made this freaking case, it's so freaking cheap to the cheap. I don't really like that. Okay, so let's click it open. There we go. Need to be very gentle. Normally I'm going into beast mode myself like this. See, that's the reason I need to be gentle. And let's take a close look what they did with everything, like when it comes to cooling and etc. Yeah, there's not like a lot of stuff to see. So we're actually going to get here the RAM chips. Then over here we're going to get ourselves like the flash chip. Can we see that we can remove this one? Did they glue it or what did they do? Not going to be destroying the box itself. No. They just accidentally like glue it like crazy. So there was no way of getting any movement on here. I just wanted to check out the chip. The chip. The specs says, oh yeah, here it says like the specs over here. So it just said like the X4 here too. 4GB RAM, 32GB of flash storage. So yeah, that's actually basically what you're going to get. So it's just another box with some Emuelec on it, nothing else. And a tiny cooling element. I'm doing these reviews for quite a long time. If you're new to this channel, I would say consider subscribing, hit the little bell. There's a lot of stuff that I've reviewed here regarding, let's say, emulation stuff. The Retro Monster is maybe a fun name, but the end result, it's the same that we have seen many times before. And again, like, if you're new, this can be something like flabbergasting, but if we have seen many of my videos, you know that this is going to be the same stuff all over again. And that's what they're doing lately. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Thanks for watching, and it would be great to see you in the next video.